I'm Ron Marshalsea, and this is your Sports Update. The girls' basketball team is now 8-2 on the year after a tough loss to Medfield, but came back strong against DS, getting the win 67-27. Ellen Baranowski got the game ball with 18 points on the night, and Lily Cordani and Mo Larkey were great all around for the Mustangs. Their next three matchups will be next Friday, the 24th at Medway at 6, at Bridgewater Raynham on the 27th at 6:30, and at Millis on the 28th at 6:30. The boys' basketball team now sits at 10-2 on the season after barely losing to Medfield by 6 points and taking down DS 53-43. Against Medfield, Alex Ukimchik had 31, Brian Dearborn had 16, and Pat Connell had 14. Big shots from Sam Larkey secured the win over DS. They are at home for their next three games against Medway on the 24th at 6:30, Foxborough on the 27th at 6:30, and Millis on the 28th at 6. The girls' hockey team took down Mansfield 4-1, tied Braintree 1-1, and got the massive upset win over KP 2-1. Bernadette Tenori secured the net very well against Mansfield, and the 4 goals came off the sticks of Emily Spadorsha and Michaela Brown, who had 2 apiece. Spadorsha also played a role in the upset over King Philip, getting the tying goal to swing the momentum Norwood's way, and Isla Wilson finished the job, scoring the go-ahead goal with just over 6 minutes left in the game.
She collects behind the net. Out front, shot, goal! Isla Wilson was there on the back door to bury the rebound. And it's 2-1 Norwood with 6.5 to go.
Can you feel the momentum, Joe? Isla's been right there all game, taking some great shots, and she buries one. Good work by this whole line to set her up.
The Mustangs are also home for their next three against Martha's Vineyard on the 27th at 4, Franklin on the 29th at 5, and Medfield on February 1st at 4 o'clock, all at the Skating Club of Boston. The boys' hockey team sits at 6-3 after taking down Norton 2-1, but losing to Boston Latin on Wednesday. Goals in the Norton win were scored by TJ Martin and Mark Jahan, with the Brodies, Pacheco and Foley, sharing time in net. Their next three games, according to Arbiter, are home against Medway this Saturday the 25th, then a possible game yet to be announced that Sunday, but then they're at DS on the 29th at 7 and at Dedham on Saturday the 1st at 11:30. As of recording this sports update, the wrestling team have not gone up against Holliston yet, but next week we'll have highlights and some commentary by the duo of former NHS AD Brian McDonough and former NHS wrestler Mike McDonough. The swim and dive team captured their second win on the season with a huge 91-72 win over Holliston, but lost to Westwood. Against the Panthers, Samantha Lee grabbed another state qualifying score in the 100 breaststroke. And this past weekend, Colleen Sisk broke the high school 6-dive 1-meter record at an invitational diving meet in Dedham. Thank you to Regina Sisk for the information. The swim and dive team will be at the TVL Swim and Dive Showcase at the Boston Sports Institute pool on Sunday the 26th at 8 o'clock and host Dedham and Medfield at home for the final 2 meets of the season. The gymnastics team will be at Medfield, at Framingham, and at Norton for their next 3 meets on the 24th, 26th, and 29th, respectively. Both track teams will be at Holliston on January 24th at 4 o'clock and at the TVL Indoor Track Showcase meet on Sunday, January 26th at the New Balance track in Brighton. And in collegiate news, 1,000-point scorer at NHS and current UMass women's basketball star Megan Olbreeze was named Atlantic 10 Player of the Week. If you want to learn more about Megan, head coach of the girls basketball team Kristen McDonald sat down with her on the most recent episode of NCM Sports Talk to relive some highlights and continue to look towards the future. And that is all I have for this sports update. I'm Ron Marshalsea.